Hey everyone. Yeah, some people have been asking me and wanting to know what my opinions are on the passing of Christine Cavanaugh. I can't pronounce her last name, but basically the lady that voiced Bunny Rabbit from the Sonic Saturday and Goslyn from Darkwing Duck, among other voices like I think Chucky from Rugrats, the female monster from Our Real Monsters, among other talents, as well as also starring in some, live action roles as well. And I'll say this. I mean, I'd heard when I was wondering, along with anybody else, exactly if she was still doing voice work. I had heard, I think, a couple of years ago that she had retired. She wasn't doing it anymore. I didn't really know the reason until I guess now, and it is kind of shocking. It is sad and shocking. My prayers and thoughts go out to her family. Um, but it is really shocking because she was very talented. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you from a voice actor standpoint, you give her a role and she's going to take it to that next level. When she became Goslin, I don't think anybody could say that there was no better person to choose. Because here was someone that brought energy, she brought life, she brought everything to Goslin, and made her pretty much the most popular character of the popular female character of the Disney afternoon at the time, alongside Gadget and Rebecca Cunningham. So she became basically, I mean, here's a character that basically Sunny Gummy, along with maybe Ursa, Barbet Gummy were probably the most popular females, along with Gadget and Rebecca. Then here's Goslin. Suddenly she comes in and she just pushes Sunny and Ursa aside and says, "Oop, boom, I'm taking the place." So, yeah, it was kind of sad to hear about it. But she, to me, when it came, like I said, when it came to Goslin, you couldn't have picked someone better because she basically made that character her own. I mean, you know, it, I mean, she, like I said, she gave life to that character. She made that character Goslin. I mean, there could be no other person that could have done it. I mean, especially when she was given certain roles for the character. Um, for example, when she would need an emotional portion to, when they would say, okay, you got to have a little bit of emotion here, a little bit of drama here with Goslin. She would nail it. I mean, she would nail it, perfectly. Like in Slime Okay, You're Okay. Goslin gets to a point. I mean, okay, Goslin gets to a point in that episode where she's like, "Hey, I'm sick and tired of being a crime fighter. I just want to be your daughter again." And you can hear the emotion come out when she says that. And but you can also see how fun and how mischievous she gets at times when she first embraces that power. She's like, oh, wait to, she puts a lot of fun and energy into it. So it's really cool. And then, of course, everybody has pointed out the one thing that really put put her on the map as voice actress, as well as definitely put the Gosling character on the map, and that was the song that was sang in the pilot episode or the pilot movie, Don Darkley's something Darkley's the Duck, if you will, and just just really good and everything. And like I said, I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't think you could have picked anybody better to be Goslin, and I don't think you can pick anybody else to be Goslin. If you can, good luck finding them because it's going to be hard to replace what Christine did. I mean, because I can understand maybe they're going to want to age her a little bit if they ever decide, hey, let's revive the show, and I can understand that, but still, from an original standpoint, you can't beat what Christine did, and Goslin was definitely, she was definitely Goslin, and Goslin was definitely her. And then you get to Bunny Rabbit, and boy, you talk about a transition. Here's a character that when you look at Bunny Rabbit, here's a character that's a, I'm pretty sure when they presented it to Christine, they said she's a Southern girl. Can you go Southern with us? And just like she did with Goslyn, she did the same thing with Bunny Rabbit. She knocked it out of the park. She gave her that Southern accent, that sweet Southern, attractive, sexy accent, and I don't think anybody else could have done it. I don't think anybody else could have done it. I mean, she just gave great personality to that character. She made that character fun and lovable and someone you could relate to. You know, I remember, at the end of Sonic and Sally, when her and Sonic are being carried on the shoulders, along with Rhoda, were being carried up on the shoulders by the other, I guess you could say freedom fighters, yes, but basically the background extras of freedom fighters. You know, I like how Bunny basically indicates that, hey, she is one thing that a robot would never have, and that's a heart and a mind of her own. And the way she said that, the way she gave that line at the end of that episode was, that again, no, you cannot pick somebody better. And and when she's reading the bedtime story, the tales, it's like, again, just she did everything so well. I mean, she just did everything so well, and to me, I mean, if you take a look at the popularity of female characters out of Sonic, non-game character wise, Sally's at the top, but I'll tell you this: there were at times, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but you could tell there were at times that Bunny surpassed Sally in certain areas, and this is coming from someone that likes Sally, that's a Sally fan, but she would surpass Sally in certain areas. Anytime you had a team up, one of the team ups people like to see, besides just Sonic and Sally, they wanted to see Sonic and Bunny team up. I mean, when they did Ultrasonic, I was, with the exception of them being with Uncle Chuck, I was so happy that they had put Bunny and Sonic together on a team, because here you had speed and you had strength. You just had the whole 9 yards there. You just had the whole 9 yards, and I love the fact that I don't know if she came up with it herself or they said this was one of her main scenes is going to be for Sonic, but when she would have Bunny call Sonic Sugar Hog, again, you could not get anybody better. You could not get anybody better than what Christine did. I mean, she just delivered it. In Sonic Conversion, the second season, the exuberation, the excitement that she gave Bunny when Bunny got temporarily de-roboticized, the excitement, the happiness she gave that character, you felt happy for that character. You felt excited for that character, because now all of a sudden she was back to normal. She was flesh and blood again. But then later on in that episode, when she became robotic again, half robotic because of a miscalculation. And she sees her arm and she starts crying a little bit. You start feeling sorry for her. You start feeling sad for her, and the delivery was just perfect. And again, like I said, you could not pick a better character. You take a look at the Void episode, The Void, and in that episode, you have her deliver that one line when they see this crystallized castle in there. She gives that line like, "Yep, this is where I want my win." No one else could do that. Doomsday Project, when they find out that everybody else may have been captured, the way she delivers it is like, this sure don't sound good. Like, she knows it's bad. She can also deliver funny one-liners. In Spy Hog, when they're using the magnetic vest to kind of magnetize themselves to the bottom of the tankers. She gives Bunny the line of that. The magnetation of that makes her feel attractive, and it's like, who else could give that kind of a line for a character? Who else? Nobody. Nobody could give that line. And I don't think no one else could. But just the work she did with these two characters really solidified to me who she was, who Christine Cavanaugh was, and why a lot of people, including myself, were always hoping that someday she would come back. That she would come back and be the voice of Bunny Rabbit again. I don't think anybody else could have ever asked for someone better. But when you look at it this way, she may be gone, but she's always going to live on in the hearts of many fans that she touched with her talents, either as the voice of Goslyan, the voice of Bunny Rabbit, or the voice of a variety of other characters. She is always going to live on in the hearts of many fans. And you know what? We have DVDs and streaming now that we could still relive some of her stuff with. From Sonic Sat AM being on Netflix, as well as physical DVD and possible Blu-ray in the future, from Darkwing Duck. We're always going to be able to relive what she's done. So, really, that's all I could say on it. And again, my prayers and thoughts go out to her family and friends. Thank you, Christine, for what you've done. You are in a better place now, watching down from heaven above. And if there is somebody that comes along and gets a chance to reprise the roles that you've done, I know that you are going to be the guiding force, along with the Lord Almighty. You're going to be that guiding force to find that person that's going to be able to match what you did. But be honest with you, no one could. So thank you, Christine, for all the memories as the voices that we know and love. And that's all I'm going to say. If you guys got any memories, let us know down below. Do a video if you want to. Talk to y'all later.